Hi, I'm Carolina. I'm a physical therapist passionate about helping you stay strong and healthy as you age. So, today we're going to talk about something that is very important to our overall health, and that is heart health, and how exercise can really improve our cardiovascular health overall. I will be talking about exercises that you can do specifically to improve your heart, and we will be discussing why it's important to exercise for heart health. Let's get started. So, our heart is a muscle that works nonstop to pump blood and oxygen throughout our body. As we age, it's natural for our cardiovascular system to become less efficient, but regular exercise can significantly slow this process and even improve heart function. The best part is that you don't have to run any marathons to keep your heart in great shape. Now, exercise, especially aerobic or cardio exercise, directly strengthens your heart. It helps by improving circulation. So, when you exercise, your heart pumps more efficiently, which means better oxygen delivery to your muscles and organs. It also helps by lowering your blood pressure. Exercise reduces strain on your arteries, which helps prevent heart disease. It reduces cholesterol levels. So, regular movement can lower your bad cholesterol, the LDL, and increase your good cholesterol, HDL. And it also improves something called the heart rate variability, which is a sign of heart health. With regular exercise, the heart becomes more responsive, which helps it handle stress better. So, what types of exercises are best for your heart? Here are some of my recommendations. Walking is the easiest and the most effective way to get your heart rate up. You can try to aim for 30 minutes, 5 days a week. And if that sounds like a lot, you can start with 10-minute intervals. It can be as little as 5-minute intervals if that's all you can do to start, but just work on increasing that duration and the frequency. Cycling or swimming are great low impact options for anyone with joint issues. And again, just 20 to 30 minutes a few times a week can make a difference. And if you're just starting, I recommend starting at a low intensity, low duration and work your way up. Now, the key to exercising is finding something that you enjoy and that will get you moving. So, I personally love a really good Zumba class. If I go to a Zumba class, I know I'm getting my cardio workout. But sometimes I just can't make it to the gym. And in those cases, I love to put on some music and just dance for a couple songs in a row, and that can get my heart rate up as well. Now, to get the most out of your exercise sessions, it's important to incorporate both moderate and vigorous activity. You don't need to spend hours at a high intensity, but just adding a couple minutes of increased effort can make a huge difference. One of the best ways to do this is through what we call interval training. It simply means that you're alternating between a moderate pace and a short burst of higher intensity. For example, if you're walking, you can increase your speed for 30 to 60 seconds and then slow back down to your regular pace. And you can repeat that a couple times in, like, let's say a 30-minute walk, you can do that 5 to 10 times. And it's just enough to get your heart pumping a little faster during those intervals. These short bursts help boost your heart health even more because they improve the cardiovascular fitness, and it also makes your workouts more efficient. Now, the best part of it is that you can do this with almost any type of exercise. So I gave the example of walking, but you can do that while cycling, while swimming, or even if you're doing a strength training session, just having short bouts of increased challenge. Now, we sometimes use in the healthcare system, we use this scale called the modified Borg. And it's a scale that helps you gauge your effort during exercise. It's from 1 to 10, and 1 means no effort at all, and 10 means that you're pushing as hard as you possibly can. The beauty of the scale is that it's completely subjective. So you decide how much effort you're putting in based on how you feel. And if you're doing something very light, like let's say you're doing a casual walk or you're stretching, you might rate that between a 1 and a 4. That means that it's very easy. You could keep going for a very long time. When the exercise becomes moderately intense, so you're moving but you're comfortable, just breathing a little bit harder, that would be a 4 to a 6. So, from a cardiac perspective, 4 to 6 is a sweet spot for that cardiovascular exercise. You want it to be challenging, but not so challenging that you're completely out of breath. Finally, if you're breathing very hard and pushing yourself very hard, that's where the exercise hits a 7 to a 10, and it would be considered vigorous or high intensity exercise. If you're doing that interval training we were talking about, you would be pushing for 30 to 60 seconds at this range, and then going back to your 4 to 6 range for your regular pace. Using the scale can help you stay within a range that matches your goals, and it's a simple tool that you can use at any point to keep your exercise safe and effective. Now, we talked a lot about cardio, but I wanted to mention this because a lot of people don't think about weight training when thinking about cardiovascular health. Strength training isn't just about building muscle, it also helps you improve circulation and heart function, and it's very important to incorporate strength training in our routines as we age. I will be actually diving deeper into how strength training benefits your heart in my next video, so just stay tuned for that, it's coming. In the meantime, you can get started with light weights or body weights exercises. I know here I have a picture of very heavy weights. You can start with body weights if you haven't been in the routine of doing strength training. Start with your own body as the weight and do squats, or you can incorporate some light resistance bands. Aim for 2 sessions a week to build strength and support your overall health. Now, when it comes to cardiovascular health, if you've never exercised before, it's never too late to start. Studies show that people who begin exercising later in life still experience significant improvements in health, energy levels, and even longevity. And remember, as I mentioned earlier, it doesn't have to be complicated. Small changes like daily walks, dancing around your home with music, or adding some gentle strength training twice a week can have huge benefits. Now, before starting any new exercise routine, just check in with your healthcare provider, especially if you have any pre existing heart conditions, and start very slowly, gradually increase the duration and the intensity of the exercise. Always listen to your body. Please stop exercising if you feel chest pain, dizziness, or shortness of breath. So that's the presentation for today. Your heart works really hard for us, and it's good to give it the care it deserves. And doing regular exercise is a very easy way to start doing that. Now, I hope this has motivated you to take those first steps towards a healthier, stronger heart. If you found this helpful, please make sure to subscribe down there. And I will be sharing more tips on how to stay active and healthy as you age. Thank you.